There are a lot of people that seem to have a job and still have a need.
Even though you have people working in the family, but when you're trying to feed a family, it takes money.
When COVID hit, I wasn't able to go back to work because they didn't have a need for me. I worked in the kitchen, cafeteria worker. So, they didn't have a need for me. So I applied for stamps, and they were only giving me $20 worth of stamps.
You have a choice. Do I have a $50 copay, or do I go buy meat, eggs, and bread?
I spend about $200 for a couple days worth of groceries, and it's just me and my daughter, and we don't even eat that much. So yeah, it's getting out of hand.
You're seeing individuals who are working full-time jobs or multiple full-time jobs, and it's still not possible to afford the food that they need for their families, especially if you're trying to buy foods that are healthier.
I'm the one that's trying to pay everything: car insurance, rent, my medical, and so it's a big struggle trying to make ends meet, especially when you're older.
When you're on fixed income, Social Security and that's all you have. Now, my husband passed away, where I'm responsible for all the bills and everything myself, so it's rough.
There's no way we can walk to a grocery store. We're 5 miles from the closest grocery store. Lucky in Bridgeton, if you're a senior, you can get bus transportation occasionally.
When I do shop, I shop for me, and my daughter has 4 children. So I know it's not easy trying to feed 4 children.
Prices going up is a huge thing, and at least for me, like the child nutrition side of it for sure, is a lot of the stigma that we see for kids and just trying to get them to want to take the food and want to eat it. We try and make it as appealing as possible and try and make it as discreet as possible.
In a classroom situation, if you are preoccupied with how your stomach feels, preoccupied with that worry of, am I going to eat when I go home? It just makes it so much more difficult to focus on what you're being taught in the classroom.
The need hasn't went down, it's only went up. I've been here for 14 years and it's not going down, it's going up.
Going in there and starting the conversation, I think, helps destigmatize it a little bit. I think you realize a lot of my friends are also accessing this, or it's helping my family. A lot of them know that it's impacting the kitchen at home and mom and dad don't have to buy quite as much. So it gives them a sense of pride too.
It affords me to get things, like I said, like the apricots, a couple of things of yogurt or extra biscuits or whatever. It's made it easier to be able to afford the doctor bills for the copays.
Being able to directly meet the immediate needs of individuals and showing up in the community, showing up at the libraries and other partner locations where they're already going.
I feel like if I can impact one person from each time I go out with Metro Market, that's a win.
It's bringing our local farmers closer to the community. I may not be close to a grocery store, but maybe local farmers can set up a farm stand near us. Maybe those local farmers are supplying food to the Metro Market, and the Metro Market has access to those areas.
Really, with the partnerships that we have about $10 of buying power for every dollar that's donated. So even these quote-unquote smaller donations really do have this power to make change.
Hold a food drive at your school and with your family and whatever company you work for as a way just to bring awareness of the issues going on and kind of having those discussions of, hey, food prices are high up right now and we want to make sure that people in our community have access to food.
However you can help, join us.
So keep up the good work. I appreciate you all.